Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. We're going to explore an important topic, understanding victim roles and their impact on crime. Throughout this presentation, we'll examine how victim behavior influences crime, the consequences that follow, and what we can do to prevent these incidents. Our goal is to gain insights that will help create safer communities for all of us. Let's dive in. When we talk about the victim's role in crime, it's important to recognize that victims aren't all the same in how they relate to the criminal event. We can divide victim roles into three main categories: active, passive, and indirect. Active victims are those who might actually provoke or participate in what leads to the crime. They're involved in some way that affects how the crime unfolds. On the other hand, passive victims don't contribute to the crime. They're simply caught in the wrong place at the wrong time and end up harmed. Indirect victims, meanwhile, suffer through their connection to the direct victim, like family members or close associates who experience emotional or financial impact. Understanding these differences helps us see how victim behavior and circumstances can play a significant role in the crime itself and the way cases progress. Victim behavior plays a crucial role in influencing both the occurrence and the nature of crime. When individuals engage in risky activities or fail to recognize dangerous situations, they may inadvertently increase their vulnerability to becoming victims. It's important to understand that the way a person reacts during a criminal encounter can also have a significant impact. Responses like confrontation or escalation often intensify the situation. By recognizing these behavioral patterns, we can better identify risk factors and find opportunities for intervention, ultimately working to reduce the likelihood of crime. Victim precipitation refers to situations where the victim's actions play a part in starting or escalating a crime. Some theories propose that certain victims might unintentionally provoke offenders or engage in behaviors that trigger violence. However, when we look at real-life cases, we see a wide range of circumstances, which shows just how complex this issue really is. It's important to remember that these interactions are often nuanced, making it difficult to categorize them simply. Most crucially, while understanding victim precipitation, we must always maintain a clear distinction between victim responsibility and offender accountability. The offender remains responsible for their actions. Victimization carries a significant financial burden for those affected. Victims often face medical expenses related to injuries or trauma, which can be quite substantial. In addition, legal fees are commonly incurred as they seek justice or navigate the legal system. On top of that, many victims experience increased insurance premiums, which adds to their financial strain. Beyond the monetary costs, there are serious social impacts to consider. Victims frequently suffer from trauma and stigma, which can affect their mental health and overall well-being. This can lead to reduced productivity both at work and in everyday life. Taken together, these factors highlight how crime leaves a lasting and far-reaching impact that goes well beyond the immediate event. When we look at the impact of crime, the first thing to understand is how deeply it affects victims on a psychological level. Many experience trauma and anxiety, and some may even withdraw from social interactions for extended periods, feeling isolated and vulnerable. But the effects don't stop with the individual. Crime sends ripples through entire communities, eroding trust among neighbors, heightening fear, and weakening the bonds that hold society together. Recognizing these broader consequences shifts our perspective on crime. It's not just about breaking laws, it's about addressing complex social issues that affect the well-being of people and communities alike. This understanding is crucial if we're to develop effective responses and support systems. When we talk about prevention and policy in addressing victim roles, the main goal is to reduce vulnerability by increasing awareness and promoting safer behaviors. Educational programs play a key role here. They help individuals recognize risks and learn practical safety measures they can apply in their daily lives. On the policy side, initiatives are designed to provide essential support for victims, such as counseling and legal assistance, ensuring they get the help they need. Another important aspect is the concept of crime prevention through environmental design, which encourages creating safer physical spaces and fostering active community involvement. Together, these strategies work in harmony to lessen crime rates and minimize the impact on victims. When we look at the victim's role in crime dynamics, it's important to understand how behavior, the occurrence of crime, and the resulting consequences all interact with each other. This helps us see the bigger picture of how crime affects communities. Increasing victim awareness plays a crucial part in this. By educating people and encouraging proactive prevention measures, we can significantly reduce victimization. It's also essential that this understanding is integrated into policies and community programs, so efforts to create safer environments are well informed and effective. Ultimately, fostering safer environments benefits not just individuals, but society as a whole, leading to stronger, more resilient communities.